Hello there, welcome to my YouTube tarot channel. Today I'm reading for Pisces for the month of May 2020. This is the significator, or this represents you and where you're at the moment, which is the Three of Cups. This is the card on the Journey of Cups, which is about feelings, romance, love, and the three is very much the sign of being in love or wanting to be in love, a feeling possibly of a new beginning in love, which may be with a new person or maybe a new depth of feeling with your partner. I did read recently that apparently quite a large proportion of people have found that their intimacy in their relationships has increased during lockdown because we've had time to spend with each other, time to enjoy each other and perhaps deepen those feelings. So this is at the center of the reading, which is augmented or crossed by the Page of Cups, which again is a card on the journey of love or feeling. It can also mean after maybe a difficult period in love, the renewal of tender feelings. It's a reflection of it's actually in this deck, which is the mythic deck by Liz Green, which is based on the Greek myths. This is actually the image of Narcissus, who falls in love with his own reflection. So I think this is also about self-love, without which we can't really love others properly. So I think at the centre of this reading for Pisces, there is a strong indication of a renewal of feeling, beginning with self-love and love for the people closest to us. So that's a nice centre to have to this reading. At the top of the reading, in contrast to the love, which is at the centre, which is lovely to have there, there's also an indication of beginning a new journey with making material reality or money. This implies the beginning of that, of having the resources and the ability to create something new on that journey of material well-being. And again, reflected at the bottom is the card of generosity. It can mean generosity from yourself to others or from others to you. So it's about financial or material benefits being made available to further this feeling of wanting to take your resources, not to hoard them, but to put them to good use. Through generosity or through applying them to a new direction for perhaps making a living. Perhaps during lockdown you've had chance to reconsider the direction your life is going in, and a desire perhaps to start something new. And this is about putting material wealth or any resources that you have to good work, to create a new direction or confirm the direction that you're going in. It's two nice cards. It indicates that there are resources available to you. There is some money available to you through the generosity of others, possibly, or you to others. This is the situation we're moving away from, or you're moving away from. This has come up a great deal in the various readings I've been doing recently. Obviously, with COVID-19, we've all had a period of enforced isolation and time to reflect and consider. And this is the card of meditation, reflection, thought, peace, taking time out for yourself, taking time to sit and think about where you are and where you'd like to go. And I think this is something that's come up for many people and has actually been reflected in, as I said, in many of the readings that I've done. So this element is now moving away. This is the time you've been sowing the seeds or contemplating perhaps new beginnings, or maybe just where you're at and looking at it in a different way. So that is the influence that's just moving away from us now. And just coming up is the Ace of Swords, which is all about using the power of the mind and the intellect to make decisions. So you probably have the desire to move forward, and perhaps in your emotional life, as indicated by the Three of Cups and Page of Cups at the very beginning of the reading, or to make a decision in which direction perhaps you would like to go with this new way of earning a living, or putting your resources to good use and the receipt of generosity from somebody or you to somebody else. But it's about, you have that desire there, that love is there, that those resources are there. So now it's about thinking through how you would like best to achieve that. So heart and desire are there together to do something else, but now it's a matter of using the sword of discrimination to select which direction that will be. It appears that the Ace of Pentacles, which is a further aspect of the original card, so it looks like possibly the person that you love or you're involved with also is providing the impetus or the inspiration for this new challenge with creating material security. The ace is here, it's a strong indication of a new energy coming into your material security, the way you earn your money, and that may well be connected to the people you're most intimately involved with. So maybe you're thinking of going into business or starting out on a new creative direction with people who are close to you. So that's a nice card to balance that. This is the environment that you find yourself in, which is the Queen of Swords. Again, it's sort of reflecting the idea that the power of discrimination and the mind must be brought to bear to this situation, which is a very heartfelt one, connected to those that you love, and about a way to move forward. It's the Queen of Swords is a female figure in a traditionally masculine suit, the suit of cards, and so it's slightly ambiguous, but it's also powerful, and it's about having lofty ideals, but it means also to not hold ideals too highly so that it, sets impossible ideals for people to live up to. So in the process of thinking about this new sense of feeling in a relationship or the work that you may do together, it's about being conscious that having lofty ideals is a very good thing, obviously, but it mustn't be so rigid like a sword that it prevents a good outcome. Sometimes lofty ideals can be a bit too hard to live up to, either for yourself or for somebody else. So this card is really reminding you that in this scenario, to use your mind, use the Ace of Swords, the power of discrimination and thought to decide what to do, but don't overdo the lofty ideals. And this is hopes and fears. The Eight of Swords is traditionally a card of indecision. So, maybe you fear making a decision. You feel that one way or the other it's a lose-lose situation quite often with this card. You feel if you stay where you are, that's not going to be quite right. If you make the new decision, that has some risks attached to it. And so it's a card of really being stuck, slightly going, oh, I don't know which way to go forward, what decision to make for the best. So that's a hope and a fear. Maybe you're feeling with these various things, with the relationship, blossoming of relationship, and the potential to have the ability to move forward, invest, or have material resources at your disposal. There's a sense of, I want to make sure that I go in the right direction with this and I don't make the wrong decision. So again, it's just come back, please think things through, perhaps write a list, pros and cons, and then you can make a decision, because you don't want to stay in this indecisive period forever. You have to make a decision to be able to move forward. But it looks positive, because the Three of Wands is about the journey of inspiration, creativity, making something new, setting out on a new journey, and this is the card of initial completion. So it bodes well. It looks like if you take those steps, make that decision based on heart, finance and discrimination, bring all those together, make a decision and move forward, you will reach this stage of completion. This is a partial completion because it's the beginning of the journey, but nonetheless it's a decision, and you will arrive at the beginning of this journey, here represented by Jason, who's setting off to search for the golden fleece. So that bodes well for making that decision. Don't get bogged down in indecision and fear. Bring together all those elements, the love, the material resources and the discrimination, to make that decision, to enable you to move forward to this stage of initial completion. I'll draw one more card to see if it throws light on this Three of Wands. Two of Cups. So it looks like a happy outcome. This is also can be a card of choice. It can be a card of the beginning of the love journey, as it is a card of cups, and this is the figure of Eros, the god of love, and Psyche, who's the mortal with whom he's having a relationship, or beginning to have a relationship. So, it throws more light on those two central cards, the Three of Cups and the Page of Cups. There's definitely love involved here, but this is also a card of choice. So again, it comes back to using all the elements that I've mentioned previously in this reading to make that decision. This can also be a card of contracts and business. So yeah, I think that if you can balance all those elements that I've just mentioned, it looks like, there'll be a positive move forward for you, Pisces. So I hope that resonates with some of you, and that it perhaps throws a little bit of light on your situation. If it resonated with you and you enjoyed this reading, please do leave a like or subscribe. And if you'd like a personal online reading, I'd be delighted to do that for you. My email address is below this video. And in the meantime, I wish you all the very best. Please stay well, and I hope perhaps to see you again. Thank you very much for tuning in. Bye bye.